Now it's hello everyone. Today is the fourth day of presentation, and today I'm dealing the ecofeminism. This is my personal information and ecofeminism. Ecofeminism, also called the ecological feminism, branch of feminism that examines the connections between human and nature. The ecofeminism also connect with the women's and nature, and its name was coined by French feminist Francoise de Guibon in 1974. Ecofeminism used the basic feminist tenets, tenets of means of principles of equality between the genders and revoluting of the non-patriarchal or non-linear structures, and a view of world that respect organic process, holistic connections, and the merit of initiation of collaborations. And to these notions, ecofeminism add both commitment to the environment and awareness of the associations made between women and nature. Eco-criticism also dealing with the women's and natures based on the environment awareness of the associations. And ecofeminism had begun two distinct schools of thoughts. First is a radical ecofeminism, and second is a cultural feminism. And radical ecofeminism contained that the dominant patriarchal society equates nature and woman in order to degrade both. In radical ecofeminism, also the view of social and patriarchal view and social and politically way. And the culture feminism is, in another hand, is described to association with the women's and the environment, and they connected that women have a more intimate relationship with the nature because they are the gender roles and the biology. It means that the culture ecofeminism also dealing with the women's with the natures, and also the mother nature given the name of mothers. And the religion's perspective we have to see that. Uh, and now let's have a look of the roots of ecofeminism. The ecofeminism as a movement has indeed come into its own in the United States in the 1990s, and but it's terms it's given to credit for the intellectuals and theoretical spread work to French woman writing in the early 1970s. And the Cubans coined the word ecofeminism, and that in the ecofeminism also connected with aspect of ecofeminism as a simultaneously world side. And according to the Cubans claim that the ecofeminism is the survival in the population of deconstructions of our resources, for have recognized that complex responsibility of the male system insofar as the male in those two dangerous but even favor still have discovered that each of two threats is a logical outcome of one of the two parallel discovery which gave men their powers of 15th century ago, their ability to plant the seed the earth as in woman, and their participation in the act of reproductions. It means the Cubans are the based on the logically view on the view on the discover of the women's are in the connection participations of in the act of reproductions. And Susan Eman's ideas for ecofeminism, it's deals with that how women are connected with the environment, and in the involvement of housekeeping movement and early conservations preservation movement. And housekeeping movement is in the in the US, and that time the women are in these movements are also spreading influence, like the given to women's socials and politically rights, and given to equality. And then some point are very initially point are we focus in education, health, and some other point is the importance of housekeeping movement. And then is the preservation movement also, that is the how to preserve the nature's source resources, that is important. And she note that most of these early notions among gender, class, and racial operations and environmental issue, we in the women's are also, we have to look up the gender, class, races. In the environment issue we have to see in that. And men advocate that in reviewing our feminist history, we need to ensure that experience contributions of marginalized people are included. And in the Indian ecofeminist discourse, here we can see the how Indian ecofeminist discourse are applied. That the Vandana Shiva is a prominent Indian ecofeminist thinker and activist. According to Shiva, women and nature have an intricate and intimate relationship, as well as shared a history on ground of common experience of exploitation, degradations, and dominations by the androcentric attitude. It means in that women are abused by the man, and not given the respect, less respect to the woman, that and the center of the man. And the point of view of Vandana Shiva tells that, and the exploitation of nature's women are deprived of their main activity, inspirations for creativity, and sensitivity of life, and they struggle to conserve their subsistence base. In the context of Vandana Shiva gives the example of Chipko movement. We know that the Chipko movement, that the women are hanging the tree and save the tree. That is the inspirational and very inspirational and activity by the woman in the Himalayas protest against the commercial felling of the tree. And Agrawal 1992 is another representative of Indian ecofeminism, with the perspective different from that Siva. That according to Agrawal, a woman cannot be considered a homogeneous group, different on the basis of class, race, culture, and class. And she argued that gender dominant cannot be isolated as the sole cause of the degradations of women and nature, without attending to political, social, and economical factors inherent in the dominations. It may in that Agrawal are also in not be favor of the Siva. She tells that the political, social factor are more important in the study, or in the dominate study of the genders and culture, race, class in the woman. And conclusions, the women as a woman have specially relationship with nature, and ecofeminist argues it proved wrong when one analyzes the various protest movement. Women interactions with the nature and then responses to environmental degradations must be analyzed the local within the material reality of gender, class, race-based divisions of labor, poverty, and power. And women are victims of the environmental degradation, as well as active agent in the regeneration and protections of the environment. And this is my references.